Hey guys, how are you? Yep, Crypto Sniper here from the lovely five-star hotel where we've done our theory weekend and accelerator. And actually, I was just hanging with our accelerator guys. We went for some fish in the beach. Look at the mirror in the back of my head. Nice hairstyle. In the back of the mirror, or even easier still, are the guys, some of the guys from the accelerator hanging with me. We're getting a little bit of live trading. Yes, why? What happened? BTC, Bitcoin, and the overall crypto market was looking exceedingly jitterish. Hi, Marco. Hi there. Yug Five, I think I've got it right. Welcome to the live stream. Hey, Kanan. Yeah, so we've had the confirmation of the move, guys. This is quite an interesting and exciting time. A lot of people have hated this message that I've been giving, that we ain't done. And I've stood strong on it, and I've kept reaffirming it. And I'm afraid to say, in this instance, it's almost well on its way to starting that which we forewarned about. And what does it mean? I want to just clarify. I'm not a hater on crypto. I want this thing to win. I was born in the bull market. This is not a bubble, remember? That YouTube. It isn't a bubble. It was a hypervaluation, though. And I differentiated between a hypervaluation and a bubble. And I said, guess what? We will one day get strong again and go stronger still, potentially. I don't believe the significance of crypto has gone wrong. It's just that it needs to finish selling off, and bottom callers are usually wrong. And I've had tons of people on YouTube getting kind of rude, saying, yeah, shorting the bottom, etc. I'm afraid that technical structure was not the bottom. And it's a good thing that this has happened. It's not a good thing because I want crypto to die. It's a good thing that we finish what was an ugly structure that could only largely resolve on balance of probabilities in most instances with a downside break. Because that will allow us eventually, for those that want the bullish days again, and I'm afraid we don't only feast, there's always famine. And the desert runs a little further. There's many a mirage in the desert where you start trading your belief systems. And only later does the truth and the reality come through. Bitcoin has spilled 6K. That doesn't mean we're accurate about the direction. That doesn't mean it's necessarily going to make our target. And I'll be doing confirmations on target. If you follow on Twitter, I'm going to finish the draw because we've got our final details of the high 3 and low 3. And I'll be confirming that, and I'll also be addressing my premium guys again before I address you, because they deserve that respect for all the work and the teamwork they put in the community. But we need the sell-off. Actually, you can get eventually a capitulation low, and then every last weekend is shaken out, and the news is terrible, Bitcoin is dead. That's when you'll end up buying. It's never a bottom when so much institutional positive news, this is coming, so-and-so's getting into crypto, and you can't get away from 6,200. Every time you go up, you get smashed back down. Every high gets lower, lower, and lower. And then what happens is the people just start trading their belief systems. And if it goes quiet for long enough, they think the bear's over. What actually happens is you get a long consolidation, and a strong seam of buying eventually gets overrun. It's kind of like a Maginot Line in the French warfare. Eventually, the bad guys come around the side, and they take you anyway. And until we get proper bottoming, and I'll give you a few free tips. This is from me to you. We do this in the community. You want rounded bottoming, or you want an absolute meltdown capitulation low with a snapback. And then positive upside continuations with symmetrical triangles, rounded bottoms. This was never going to resolve well in my view. The best, for those that are still hodlers and don't want to feel pain, the best that can happen is it doesn't make our target, and it gets that snapback, spike back rally. In other words, it's a final shake-up, but you've had the down break. I still fear that the probability is quite strong that whatever our target is, and I did say it begins with a 3, and I am afraid that on most platforms and most draws it's always been sub 4, that we will still have a strong chance of trading down to the 3K size. But let's get this straight. Once we're done, and we start putting in inverted head and shoulders and start getting legit reversals that can genuinely turn the corner. Once the bad news comes, and we still go up, that is the sign of your bottom. And you get technical confirmation in the charts. And so I wanted to come live and say, I know a lot of people have been getting the sentiment wrong. They think I'm just jeering and booing down crypto. Hey, we want this thing to win. But don't fantasize either about it being totally your crypto freedom coin. But for making money, everybody wants the big easy, where everyone makes money and it's a big hodl long. The real gift, the real strength for you is when you guys learn how to make money when everyone else is losing. I'm making money right now. And some people will hate me a little bit for that because they want it to go long and they want me to lose. But it's a skill set, and it's recognizing and not trading a belief system that'll set you up, that you don't do that. And I've just been dealing, we've got a handful of accelerators. Some hadn't flown. We took those that hadn't flown away. We're having a little bit of ouzo, because that's the tipple of choice around here. We're not going to get too wild on the trading with that little pint of ouzo in us. But in a sense, it's a celebration of a big riddle that people have been waiting for. And it's a confirmation of method over belief systems. Don't get me wrong, it could have gone the other way, but the probability was broadly lower that would occur than this. So all we've done is we've taken the probability. That's what it is. This has nothing to do with charts and analysis, Brent says. I'm afraid, Brent, the charts and analysis is the footprints in the sand. The insiders and the guys that are getting in and out and the people that are selling, it doesn't have to do with what you're talking about in your chat forum in there. It's the money that moves the markets, and the chart is the footprints of the sand of that money moving in and out the market. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to disagree with you. I'm sure there will be a news element. There's a news. Remember, technical analysis is one side of the same coin of fundamental. The people have bad vibes coming through, bad things that are going to happen. That's the news. They go and they start selling. And that's the footprints in the sand, that's the chart. It's not one versus the other. People don't understand what charting is. They think it undermines facts or fundamentals. It is the signature of the fundamentals on the document. The fundamentals give you the reason, the people act on that reason, the lead steers with the money make the market, and they then sign their name in the sand of what they are doing. How long will BTC go, do you think? Now, I'm not a soothsayer. I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm not interested in being a guru or a soothsayer. I'm a man who implements a method and helps others do the same. That's it. That's all we are. I can't tell you. 3.5 days, 4 weeks and 27 hours. No, I can't do that. I'm sorry. So there is no clairvoyance. What there is probability and likelihood. This has been reasonably supported by a volume, and that means it's a significant break. Could it do a vicious V-shaped snapback? It could. Is it my probability case? No. I'm thinking that we're going to see our 3 number on balance of probabilities. But if we suddenly start throwing a very powerful inverted head and shoulders before then with a strong neckline break, I'll cut and run. I'm here to make money and help others build wealth so that they can serve their families, their friends, and themselves best in this world, in a world where there's a cartel that runs the game and has all the desks tipped, all the casino tables tipped in their favor. So if I can help giving the man in the street an edge, and they respect me enough to come and do an event with me, I'm going to help you. And I give something away free here with you guys here. What's my thoughts about Bitcoin Cash, asks one. So let's be clear. Here's the take on cryptos. It's an asset category before its individual tokens. Look on the mountain at the total option. As a human being, you can be in stocks, you can be in cash in a bank, you can be in equities, and you can be in crypto, and many people are parts of that. Many people are parts of that. Yeah, Mike Novogratz was wrong, and we can go around rubbing people's faces in turd. The fact of the matter is, I'm wrong too. It happens all the time. This is not a gloat. This is not a celebration. It's just a key point. It is a key point where something that was possible has been confirmed. And you need to be humble and stay grounded, and the market will still shock you. And it will still shock you, and I can still be wrong on other aspects and in other things. So It's not a ticker tape parade. We made a bit of money. We've protected ourselves a bit better than most people. It's far from perfect though. With all the companies and countries talking about crypto, I'm not worried about today's prices. You're probably right. You've got to remember, at a super macro level, the long time frame of Bitcoin is an incredibly strong bull market. You can't complain about having 7.5 months of summer, 1 month of autumn, and 1 month of spring, and then hating on the 2.5 months of winter. Absolutely. And on the long time frame, cryptos are not going away. And I don't want them to go away either. I don't want them to go away. I'm pretty sure the control structure doesn't either, and it makes up part of their plan. But I hope to be able to trade that to help build liberty and the 5 freedoms for myself and for all the people that have wanted to pick up the skill in a transferred way, as these guys here having an ouzo drink with me right now, and we've got a bonus session and we're sitting with them, and it's something we enjoy to do. Embrace different views, but stick to your own. Yes, I do. I do embrace different views. They keep you grounded. Someone else has a different view. You've got to keep checking your slide rule and saying, could we be wrong on this? And I have asked that question when I've looked at Bitcoin. And every morning when I wake up, I keep going, ooh, when I look at it. It's like that art specialist that's had a brilliant fraud brought in, and he can't yet quite put his finger on why it's a fraud, but he just looks at it and he winces. In other words, a conceptual, instinctual level. And then when I analyze it, the reasons came through. So it is a down move. When 3K, when moon, when 3K, when this, when that. I think I've kind of given you my my take on time frames. We have a time stop. We have a methodology that allows it. If it hasn't made it by a certain time stop, we will close. And that's determined by the geometry of the pattern. And you can, if you really want to know the answer to that question, invest in your learning. And I'm not trying to be mysterious or mercurial. I do give quite a bit of away free on my YouTube channel, and some people have picked up quite a bit that they've been able to grow and then come along and attend. You can come and join us. We've had an amazing event here. We've got beautiful, we're actually by the bar area having a few drinks now, but we had amazing rooms. We sat out and had tea while the UK is in 1 degree, 2 degree, 3 degrees, northern hemisphere in winter, balmy weather. Took the clients for a swim today. We all went and had a swim in the pool after a bit of fish dinner. In fact, Bernard, one of my guys, decided to spoil us for lunch there. And it's good fun. And why? Because life is short and you must enjoy it. And why not work smart? Why not have your money working smart? And why not spend more time in cool places like this, having cool moments, sharing moments with cool guys that all respect you for what you're trying to do and have invested to learn it, and have thereby given their respect to you, and you respond in kind. And that's the game. So yeah, here we are. It's a live stream for you. I salute you. I hope nobody's getting hurt too bad. It's not what I want. I hope some of you recognized that it is dangerous. Graham, big salute to you. You were awesome on Accelerator virtually, by the way. An absolute legend. Loved what you did. We shared accounts, by the way, guys, in the Accelerator. We shared details of how we traded. We shared all our sins, confession box. Nobody's a perfect operator. The fact that I might have a good method or even a great method, according to some people, doesn't mean I'm a perfect executor on it. And that's called the human factor. That is called the human factor. Anyway, I'm going to finish the live stream. You haven't got all day to look at a bald bloke talking in a hotel lobby. But it is a key moment. It is a 6K fall. And I do fear that there's more in it. And if it drops sub 4, that is a third haircut, another third to come. And by the way, the alts will be hurt harder. I did a little bit of a tease my EOS friends, who seem to be rather rude people. And sometimes when there's rather rude people, one has a little bit of mischief at their expense. And I have said that, for example, EOS is looking at 40, 45, possibly even 50% with an overshoot to the downside. So their alts could fall harder, faster. So just bear that one in mind if you're sitting in alts, unless you've got some real relative strength alts. Okay, I salute you for this event. Keep it lean and play safe. Hey, I see you, Phil Kogan. You see the guys from America. You can't get them to behave. All the way from Little Rock. Okay. Cheers, guys. Enjoy yourselves, and we'll speak to you soon. And play safe out there. Place defense. Make sure you've got ammo left for when the bull comes again, that we all do want. I'm good with making money when everyone else is making money, but it's also important to defend when everyone's losing, and even to make while everyone's losing, and that makes a real trader. Okay, bye for now, and I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Tell me if you want me to do this more. Leave your comments, and we'll talk to you all soon. Alts will get crushed. I confirm that I have a suspicion, Max, you're onto something there, bud. All the best to you all. Bye now.